Let me ask you something honest. How many times have you stood at the edge of a new year, convinced this time would be different? You wrote the goals, you felt the motivation, and then February happened. Here's what most people won't tell you. The problem isn't your willpower. It's not your discipline. The problem is that you've been building your life on sand. For over 2,000 years, the Stoics, philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, understood something profound. True strength doesn't come from controlling your world. It comes from controlling your response to it. This script you're about to explore isn't just philosophy. It's a practical operating system for your mind. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how the Stoic Route to 2026 gives you tools to handle rejection, loss, stress, and uncertainty, and why this might be the most important framework you learn this year. Act 1. The Foundation. Why this matters now. Let's talk about your actual life, right now. You wake up, check your phone, and immediately you're hit with work emails that stress you out, news that disturbs you, social media that makes you feel inadequate. Someone cuts you off in traffic, your boss makes an unfair comment, your presentation doesn't land the way you hoped, a relationship ends, the promotion goes to someone else. Here's the pattern. You feel powerless, anxious, like life is happening to you instead of with you. This script addresses the core wound of modern existence. We've been taught to stake our happiness on things we cannot control. The Stoics identified this problem in ancient Rome, and it's exponentially worse today. We're constantly reaching for external validation, likes, status, security, approval, and wondering why we feel empty even when we get them. The Stoic Route offers a radical alternative. What if your peace of mind never depended on getting what you want? What if you could be unshakable regardless of circumstances? That's not toxic positivity. That's not pretending problems don't exist. It's about building genuine psychological resilience from the inside out. Let's start with the most powerful exercise in this entire script, the Audit of Control. Epictetus was born a slave. He literally had no control over his body, his freedom, or his circumstances. And yet, he became one of history's most influential philosophers because he discovered something liberating. Some things are up to us, and some things are not up to us. Sounds simple, right? But watch what happens when you actually apply this. In your control, your effort at work, how you respond to criticism, the habits you practice daily, your integrity when no one's watching, how you treat people. Not in your control. Whether you get the promotion, what your ex is doing, how strangers perceive you, the economy, weather, traffic, other people's choices. Here's a practical example. You're preparing for a crucial presentation. Most people focus on the outcome. I need to nail this. What if they don't like it? What if I mess up? This creates anxiety because you're obsessing over externals, their reactions, their judgments, circumstances beyond your control. The Stoic approach? Your goal is effort itself. You prepare thoroughly. You practice your delivery. You show up with integrity. That's it. That's your job. The outcome? That's not yours to control, so it's not yours to worry about. The script gives you a mantra for 2026. Whenever anxiety strikes, ask yourself, is this in my power? If it isn't, practice saying, this is nothing to me. Not because you don't care, but because you're not wasting energy on battles you cannot win. Now let's address the lie you probably tell yourself every week. I'll start living for myself when I get the promotion. I'll focus on my health after this project. I'll spend time with family once things calm down. Seneca calls this busy idleness, spending your best years working for things you don't need or worrying about what others think. Here's the brutal truth from the script. You are dying right now. Not someday, right now. Every moment you spend waiting for the right time is a moment you'll never get back. The script quotes Seneca, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short by wasting it." Practical translation, stop treating today as a rehearsal for real life. This is real life. Here's your homework from this section. Treat every single day as if it were a complete life in itself. What does that mean practically? Don't say, "I'll call my mum next week." Call her today. Don't postpone the creative project until you have more time. Work on it for 20 minutes today. Don't wait for vacation to experience joy. Find it in your morning coffee, in a conversation, in the sunset you usually ignore. The script reminds you, you can recover lost money. You can never recover a lost moment. Guard your time like you're the most avaricious protector of your own life, because you should be. Let's talk about what actually breaks people. It's not the job loss. It's not the breakup. It's not the criticism or the failure. It's their interpretation of those events. Marcus Aurelius gives us one of the most powerful concepts in the script, the inner citadel. You think you need to escape to a vacation, a new city, a different job. But Marcus says, there is no place more quiet or free from trouble than your own soul. Your inner citadel is a mental space where external storms cannot reach you unless you invite them in through your judgments. Here's the game changer. It's not things that disturb us, but our opinions about them. Someone insults you on social media. Weak response, "I'm devastated. Everyone saw it. My reputation is ruined." Stoic response, "They're acting on their own perception. My character remains unchanged." You don't get the job. Weak response, "I'm a failure. I'll never succeed." Stoic response, "I did my best. The outcome wasn't mine to control. What can I learn?" The script teaches you, true freedom is found when you no longer need the approval of the world to feel complete. This isn't about becoming emotionless. It's about understanding where your power actually lives, in your character, your effort, your integrity, not in whether the world applauds or criticizes. Most people pray for easy lives. The Stoics pray for something completely different. Marcus Aurelius started every morning expecting to encounter ungrateful people, liars, and the arrogant, not because he was pessimistic, but because he was prepared. The script introduces you to Amor Fati, the love of fate. This is the ultimate mindset shift. Don't demand that events happen as you wish. Wish for them to happen exactly as they do. When difficulty strikes this year, and it will, you have two options. Option 1. Why is this happening to me? This is unfair. I can't handle this. Option 2. This is my training ground. This reveals what I'm made of. This is exactly what I needed. The script uses a powerful analogy. Athletes need worthy rivals to manifest their power. Your soul needs adversity to reveal its strength. Lost your job? That's your opportunity to discover resilience and reinvention. Relationship ended? That's your chance to learn self-sufficiency and personal growth. Project failed? That's your training in persistence and adaptation. This isn't fake positivity, it's reframing reality in a way that gives you power instead of taking it away. Let me leave you with the script's final analogy. Think of your life in 2026 like a voyage across the sea. Most people are passengers thrown about by the waves, terrified because they're focused on the moving ocean. They feel powerless because they're trying to control the weather. The Stoic is the captain at the helm. You cannot control the wind, you cannot control the height of the waves, but you have absolute power over how you set the sails and grip the rudder. Even if the storm grows dark, as long as you maintain your inner order, your ship remains unsinkable. The script reminds you, you're an actor in a play. You didn't choose the role, wealth or struggle, health or hardship, but you are entirely responsible for playing that role with excellence. Stop discussing what a good person should be. Simply be one. Your 2026 Stoic Toolkit. Audit of Control. Focus only on what's yours. Live today. Stop waiting for tomorrow. Inner Citadel. Build unshakable peace within. Amor Fati. Love your fate, whatever it brings. Captain your ship. You control the sails, not the storm. The Stoic Route isn't about having a perfect year. It's about having an unbreakable mind, regardless of what the year brings. Your journey starts today, not tomorrow, today.